Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're diving into the world of AI and sound today.
Lots of exciting new research, all published just yesterday,
Fresh off the press.
really shows how AI is changing how we create, experience, and understand audio.
Let's start with music.
Okay.
Imagine AI that can actually feel the emotions in music.
Well, researchers have developed a new AI framework that can do just that.
Wow.
It analyzes music for both, like basic emotions, happy or sad,
Right.
but also for those more complex, dimensional emotions. Things like valence and arousal.
Valence and arousal. I'm not familiar with those terms.
Valence, think of it as a spectrum of positive to negative feelings.
Yeah.
And arousal that measures energy from calm to excited.
Okay, so it's not just happy or sad. It's more nuanced than that.
Exactly. And by combining these different types of emotional labels, this new framework can train across many data sets.
Interesting.
This overcomes a big challenge in the field, and the results are really impressive.
So how does it actually work?
It uses a clever combination of musical features like the key and chords,
Okay.
but also these special embeddings called MIRT. They help capture those subtle emotional nuances in music.
MIRT embeddings.
Think of it as translating music into a language AI can understand.
Ah, I see. So instead of just saying, oh, this is happy music, it can now understand a whole range of emotions.
Exactly, a full spectrum.
What are some potential applications for this?
Endless possibilities, really. AI DJs creating playlists perfectly tailored to your mood.
I like that idea.
Even soundtracks that adapt in real time to the emotional arc of a movie.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on from music to something a bit more practical.
Sure.
Sound absorption.
Ah, yes. Imagine instantly measuring the sound absorption of any surface.
Without those bulky lab setup.
Exactly. That's what this new neural network can do. It was trained on simulations using the classic Delaney-Baisley-Meeky model,
The Delaney-Baisley-Meeky model.
a well-established model in acoustics used for predicting sound absorption.
So this AI is learning from the best.
You could say that. It can predict sound absorption using just 2 microphones and a small material sample.
So they tested it in real-world settings.
They did. They used fibrous materials and it worked reliably, even when the sound source height and sample size varied.
That's really promising.
This could revolutionize fields like architectural acoustics and interior design.
No more lugging around heavy equipment.
Exactly. Quick and accurate assessments right on site.
That's a game changer. Okay, let's talk about something a bit more, I guess, controversial. Deepfakes.
Right.
Those incredibly realistic, fake audio recordings.
A growing concern for sure.
Are there any solutions on the horizon?
There are some promising developments. One of them is XATMark,
XATMark, what's that?
a new audio watermarking system.
A watermark for audio.
It embeds a hidden message within the audio itself.
Clever.
XATMark uses cross-attention for efficient message retrieval
Okay.
and also has this psychoacoustic aligned loss function.
Psychoacoustic aligned. What does that even mean?
It ensures the watermark is undetectable to us, but still detectable by the system.
So it's like a secret code hidden in the audio.
Exactly. The result is a watermark that is extremely difficult to remove, even with heavy editing.
So even if someone tampers with the audio, the watermark remains.
Exactly. A potential game changer for copyright protection and the fight against misinformation.
That's reassuring. Now let's shift gears to healthcare. AI is being used to diagnose dementia.
That's right, through speech patterns. Researchers have achieved impressive accuracy by analyzing, get this, unsegmented speech recordings.
Unsegmented, they're analyzing entire conversations.
Precisely. They used recordings of people describing a scene. Turns out this approach is very effective in distinguishing Alzheimer's patients from healthy controls.
Wow.
They used machine learning models like ridge regression and EMLM.
And what kind of accuracy are we talking about?
Up to 87.8% accuracy in identifying Alzheimer's patients.
That's incredible. What makes this approach so special?
It's non-invasive, it's affordable, and it relies on something we all do naturally, talk.
Imagine a simple conversation could be key to early diagnosis.
Early diagnosis is crucial for providing support and potentially slowing down the disease's progression.
This is truly groundbreaking. Okay, let's go back to deepfakes for a moment. We know they're hard to detect, but are researchers making any progress in understanding how these detection models work?
They are. They're dissecting the very layers of the AI models used for detection, and they've found something interesting. The lower layers of these models, the ones that initially process the audio, consistently provide the most useful features for deepfake detection.
So the AI is picking up on cues that we humans might miss.
Exactly.
Fascinating.
This could lead to simpler, faster, and more efficient deepfake detection tools. Imagine a world where identifying deepfakes is as easy as running a quick scan.
That would be a huge step forward in combating misinformation.
Yeah.
Now let's imagine AI that can create perfectly synchronized audio and video.
That's the goal of Uniform, a unified diffusion transformer. It processes both audio and video within a shared latent space.
Shared latent space. What does that mean?
It's like a common language that both audio and video can be translated into. This allows the AI to understand and generate them in a unified way.
So AI can now create soundtracks for videos or even generate visuals based on music.
Exactly. Uniform excels in both generating audio and video together and also generating one based on the other.
The possibilities seem endless. What are some potential applications?
Imagine AI generating realistic animations for your favorite songs,
That'd be cool.
creating custom visual experiences for VR, even generating entire movies based on a simple story prompt.
It's like giving AI the tools to be a filmmaker. Now let's talk about speech generation. There's a new model called DTAR making waves.
Yes, DTAR is quite impressive.
What makes it stand out?
It combines diffusion models with autoregressive language modeling. It uses a divide and conquer strategy, generating speech in smaller chunks or patches.
So instead of generating an entire sentence at once,
Right. It breaks that down for better control and scalability. This results in more natural-sounding and expressive synthetic speech.
how does it achieve that expressiveness?
It uses a technique called temperature during the generation process.
Temperature.
Think of it as controlling the randomness of the generated speech. A higher temperature means more diverse and surprising outputs, while a lower temperature results in more predictable and consistent speech.
So we're talking about AI voices that are more realistic and more capable of conveying emotion.
Precisely.
This has huge implications for how we interact with AI.
Absolutely. Imagine AI narrators that can bring audiobooks to life, virtual assistants that respond with empathy, AI-generated music with human-like vocals.
Incredible. Now let's talk about how the power of large language models is being applied to speech synthesis.
Researchers are exploring how scaling up compute power impacts speech synthesis. That's where LASA comes in.
Yasa.
It's a new framework built on a single transformer architecture and vector quantizer. It showcases the benefits of scaling both training and inference compute.
Scaling training and inference compute. Can you explain that?
Scaling training compute means giving the AI more power during its learning phase. It can analyze more data and understand language and speech better. Scaling inference compute means giving it more power during speech generation.
So like giving the AI a bigger brain for both learning and speaking.
You got it. And the results are amazing. Scaling training compute enhances naturalness and prosody.
The AI voices sound more human-like.
Exactly. And scaling inference compute allows for fine-tuning the output based on specific criteria.
Like emotional expressiveness or content accuracy.
Precisely. YASA pushes the boundaries of speech synthesis, paving the way for AI voices that are almost indistinguishable from humans.
It's mind-blowing how fast this technology is advancing. Okay, let's meet Ola, an AI model that aims to be a jack-of-all-trades when it comes to understanding different modalities.
OLA is an omnimodal language model. It aims to understand not just text, but also images, video, and audio. Its secret is a progressive modality alignment strategy.
Progressive modality alignment.
It starts by learning from image-text pairs, then gradually incorporates speech, and finally, video data.
Like learning in stages, starting with the basics.
Exactly. This minimizes the need for massive cross-modal datasets, making OLA more efficient and accessible.
So it can learn from a wider range of data without needing a ton of specific examples.
Exactly. And it performs incredibly well across all modalities, even rivaling specialized models in some areas.
So it's not just a jack-of-all-trades, it's actually good at what it does.
That's right. OLA showcases the potential of AI to navigate the world of multimedia seamlessly, understanding and interacting with information from various sources.
It's exciting to see AI becoming so versatile. Now let's talk about the future of voice-based AI interaction.
Forget about clunky pipelines of separate models for speech recognition, language understanding, and speech synthesis. Speech LMs are emerging as powerful end-to-end models that can generate speech directly.
Speech LMs. What's so different about them?
Instead of relying on a chain of separate models, speech LMs handle the entire process from understanding to generating speech in a single system.
So it's like a single AI brain that handles everything related to spoken language.
You could say that. This streamlines the process and leads to more efficient and natural-sounding interactions.
That sounds like a big step forward.
There is a new survey paper that provides a great overview of recent breakthroughs in speech LM architectures, training methods, and capabilities.
So what does the future hold for speech LMs?
The research explores various evaluation metrics and highlights the challenges and future directions in this rapidly evolving field. Imagine interacting with AI naturally using your voice, accessing information, creating content, controlling your digital world. Speech LMs are a giant leap towards that vision.
It's incredible to see how far we've come in such a short time. AI is transforming our world in ways we could only imagine a few years ago.
It's a very exciting time to be following these developments. The pace of innovation is remarkable, and the potential applications seem limitless.
We've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive.
We've seen how AI is understanding emotions in music, measuring sound absorption, combating deepfakes, diagnosing dementia. We talked about generating realistic audio and video, creating more human-like speech. It's incredible.
And we'll be back soon to continue our exploration of the sonic revolution brought on by AI.
Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll delve even deeper into the latest advancements in sound computing. Welcome back.
We're continuing our journey through the world of AI-powered sound.
In the last segment, we talked about how AI is being used to decipher emotions in music.
Right, and even diagnose dementia through speech patterns.
And we touched on the rise of deepfakes and how researchers are developing tools to combat them.
Fascinating stuff.
Now let's zoom in on a few areas where these advancements could have a significant impact.
Okay, like what?
Let's start with accessibility. AI-powered tools like speech synthesis and music generation are paving the way for a future where anyone, regardless of their physical abilities, can create and experience audio content.
That sounds amazing. What kind of impact could this have?
Well, imagine someone with limited mobility using their voice to compose music, or someone with visual impairments experiencing the world through AI-powered audio descriptions.
That's really powerful, breaking down barriers and making sound more inclusive.
Exactly, giving everyone a voice.
Now let's shift gears to creative expression. How is AI changing the game for artists and musicians?
AI is becoming a creative partner, pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Can you elaborate?
Imagine using AI to generate unique melodies, craft immersive soundscapes for films, even design custom sound effects for video games.
So it's like having an AI muse.
You could say that. It's not about replacing human creativity, but about amplifying it.
I like that. It's about expanding possibilities.
Exactly.
Now, let's talk about human-machine communication. As AI voices become more realistic, how will this change how we interact with machines?
Imagine having a natural conversation with an AI assistant, one that understands your nuances, responds with empathy.
We're already seeing some pretty advanced AI chatbots.
That's right. But as this technology advances, those interactions will become even more human-like.
I can see that. What kind of scenarios do you envision?
Using your voice to control your smart home, receive personalized recommendations. Even having meaningful conversations with AI companions that offer emotional support.
It sounds like we're moving towards a future where interacting with AI feels as natural as interacting with another person.
And as we move towards that future, it's important to consider the ethical implications. We need to make sure these technologies are developed and used responsibly.
That's a crucial point. Speaking of responsible use, let's address the potential for misuse, like deepfakes, for example.
Right. Any powerful technology can be used for good or bad. Deepfakes are a concern, but there are other potential risks.
Like what?
AI being used in surveillance systems that identify and track individuals based on their voice. These are serious issues that need to be addressed.
We need to be vigilant about safeguarding against its use. Absolutely. Okay, let's look ahead. What's next for sound computing?
One exciting area is the development of even more sophisticated AI models.
We talked about OLA, the omnimodal AI.
Right, and we can expect even more powerful models that can seamlessly integrate information from different sources. Imagine immersive soundscapes that respond to your emotions, interactive audio stories that adapt to your choices, AI-powered music that evolves in real time based on your feedback.
That sounds incredible. Anything else on the horizon?
Personalized sound is another area of rapid development. AI creating sound experiences tailored to your preferences. Personalized music recommendations, custom sound environments for your home or office.
The ultimate in sonic customization.
Exactly. And then there are the more futuristic applications, like brain-computer interfaces that use sound.
Brain-computer interfaces.
Yes. Imagine controlling devices with your thoughts. or creating music directly from your imagination. The possibilities are mind-boggling.
That's amazing. It sounds like the future of sound computing is full of both opportunities and challenges.
Definitely. And as AI continues to evolve, we can expect groundbreaking advancements that will reshape our relationship with sound.
Before we wrap up, let's recap.
We explored how AI can make sound more accessible, empower creative expression, and change how we communicate with machines. We also touched on the ethical considerations, potential risks.
We've seen AI push the boundaries, paving the way for a future of personalized sonic experiences and brain-computer interfaces.
It's clear that AI is having a profound impact on sound, and this is just the beginning.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're wrapping up our exploration of the sonic revolution fueled by AI.
It's been quite a journey. From AI feeling emotions in music to algorithms generating realistic speech, we've seen how these advancements could change everything, from creativity to how we talk to machines.
Now let's take a step back. Consider some broader implications. How might this change our relationship with sound?
That's a big one. For so long, humans have been the primary creators of sound, the composers, musicians, storytellers. But AI is becoming more adept at understanding and generating sound. It makes you wonder, what does this mean for our own sonic identity?
It's fascinating. Will the lines between human and AI-created sounds start to blur?
It's possible. As AI-generated music and speech become more sophisticated, harder to distinguish from human creations, our ideas about authorship and originality might be challenged. We might need to rethink what human-made means when it comes to sound.
Will we value AI-created music or speech differently?
That's a tough question. It'll spark a lot of debate. Some will say AI lacks the emotional depth of human expression. Others will embrace the possibilities, seeing it as a tool to expand our sonic world. It really depends on individual perspectives and how the technology evolves.
It's fascinating to consider. Another aspect is the impact on our understanding of consciousness.
Right. If an AI can write music that moves us or generate speech that sounds just like a human, what does that tell us about our brains?
Does it challenge what we think about intelligence or consciousness?
It could. It's a question researchers are exploring. By studying how AI learns and creates sound, we might learn more about our own minds,
AI could be a tool for understanding human cognition.
leading to breakthroughs in psychology, neuroscience, even AI itself.
Now let's think about the impact on society. AI-powered sound technologies are becoming more common.
It's already changing industries. Music, for example. AI tools are used for production, recommendations, even copyright protection.
And entertainment. AI is creating immersive soundscapes for films, video games, virtual reality.
Healthcare, too. Diagnosing conditions like dementia through speech. Developing new sound-based therapies. These are just a few examples.
It's clear AI is reshaping the sonic landscape of our world.
And we're just at the beginning.
But with these exciting possibilities come challenges and ethical questions.
We've talked about misuse, like deepfakes and surveillance. But there's also the potential for job displacement.
As AI systems take over tasks humans used to do.
We need to have open discussions about these challenges and develop strategies to deal with them. We have to ensure these powerful technologies are used ethically for the benefit of everyone.
So the future of sound and AI is still unfolding.
It's a story that's being written right now.
Today's advancements are just the beginning of a sonic revolution that could change our world in profound ways.
A future full of exciting possibilities and complex challenges.
We need to approach these advancements with curiosity, critical thinking, and a deep respect for the power of sound.
That's it for our deep dive into the world of AI and sound. We hope you found it insightful.
Remember, this is just the beginning. Keep listening with open ears and a curious mind as AI continues to reshape the sonic landscape of our world. Thanks for joining us.